in my mind, I was a gladiator in a coliseum, going out and playing rugby, and it was like that was where I had to go. I had to use my imagination to go and do this quite dangerous, difficult thing that I was really scared of. From the outside looking in, I was a successful rugby player, international, breaking through, playing the Premiership every week, but there was a dark side to that where I was suffering. I'm Kieran Lowe, I'm 34, I'm a former international rugby player, and this is a video all about how spaces can affect you. It all kind of just felt like it was meant to be in the moment. Like I wasn't thinking about it. It just happened in my life. That's just what happened in my life. And what happened in my life was I became a professional rugby player at 18. I've definitely watched the 2003 World Cup and I was massively affected by that. I watched Johnny Wilkinson drop that goal. I remember being 12 years old in my rugby club watching that, just been going like, wow, that's amazing.
He drops for World Cup
And I was around all my mates and all these adults that I respected, and I've had this intense feeling of just like, I know what that feels like. I remember watching England win the World Cup, and I knew what that feeling of winning was like, and I remember watching on TV just going, I want that. And I was 12 then, that was 2003 in November. When I think about it, I almost have a visceral reaction to it. I could feel it in me. I could feel adrenaline going through my body. There's a moment in my life I scored at Twickenham. And having grown up watching the England rugby team play at Twickenham all the time, it was like, it feels surreal. I was 22, it was my sort of breakthrough season, and it was the London doubleheader, first game of the season, sort of my first start for London Irish, and all of a sudden the ball gets popped up and I break the line. And that moment is probably like 10 seconds in actual real time, but in my mind, it's like, it's really hard to explain with words, but my life completely changed after that. I was never massively spiritual or thinking about manifestation or anything like that, but like I definitely would just sit and daydream about that moment. And then 10 years almost to the day, November 2013, I made my international debut against Australia. So like I manifested that into my life. Like I came on the pitch, I played against Australia, and childhood dream big time. But then there's also this negative side to that where I got knocked out in that game, and essentially that is brain damage. And so the story of success and becoming a professional rugby player, international rugby player, and doing all these great things, but there's also a negative side, a more darker side of what it took to get there. And for me, that was, I suffered brain damage. I had multiple concussions, and all the negative mental health things that comes with that, which has led me to explore different spaces. I'm a sensitive human. When you're in the nets and the trees are like flowing with the wind, my nets have a heartbeat, so you sort of feel like you're part of the forest. You are connected to it. Make no bones about it, that was a very scary thing that I used to do, and I used to be scared, and to go out and do that, I had to take myself to places in my mind, and to get there, they say that rugby's a controlled car crash every week, so I would have a controlled car crash every week. It's hard to explain brain damage because it's my brain, it's the way I think, but in order for that to heal, I had to change everything. I had to change who I was. So I started Friday night. I would say I'm maybe halfway, but it's a big old process and I get kind of lost in it, if I'm honest. Getting multiple concussions, I was abusing my body to a massive extent. There was alcohol use, there was prescription pain med use, it's hard to have a perspective when you're in it. And for me, the shift came where I couldn't take anymore. And it was at the end of the 2015 season, and I was just a shell of a human. I couldn't perform on the pitch as well as I used to. I wasn't in love with the game at all. I was damaged, I was in pain, and I needed to get out. So I was in my fight or flight, basically, so I just flew. I took the opportunity to leave the game.
Do you know, like ice baths and stuff?
Yeah.
Mimetic stress, like.
Yeah.
This is like hard, and it is a bit of a toll. It's like almost like an endurance event.
Yeah.
In it sometimes, but you always come out of it with something different.
I took the year off work to do the actual work of healing, and at the end of that year, I found myself in a place called Broughton Hall, where I met a guy called Tree Net Willie, who makes tree nets, and he's been doing it for 15 years. And as soon as I saw him doing this craft, there was something inside me that said I needed to follow that, and it was like a childish obsession. I was like, that is really cool. I just want to make that, and that's what I followed. How do I describe being in my nets? It's hard to put words to it. I think you just have to experience it. It's nice to be safely held by trees. I don't know if you ever have this feeling of, like, there's a childish part of me that just loves climbing trees. But when you climb a tree, you can start to notice, and when you sort of tap into your awareness when you're climbing a tree, you're feeling an adrenaline surge, you're feeling quite scared. There's like unsafety, you're feeling unsafe, which is fine, but you don't always want that. And in my nets, you can still experience this like inner child work of moving through a tree, but you're actually safely held by my nets, and I like that. I can create things to be safely held. I think there's a lot of young men that are just lost. So can I build a space for them to be found? That's where I found myself, you know. So like, I'm a man, and I want to be my best version of myself, and I want to move through the world, and if it affects other people, that would be cool, you know. I think it's really important for people to find the right spaces, because I don't think there's probably a lot of people that don't even realise that they are being negatively affected by their environment. And I would urge anyone that's struggling with anything just to actually assess your environment and really sit in it and build an awareness of what it's doing, and then make some changes. My advice to myself is just to slow down and to become aware, because awareness is the first step. And if you're not aware of what's going on, then you can't change it. So take a moment, slow down, sit with yourself, be with yourself, and actually start to become aware of your thoughts and how your thoughts affect your actions, and how those actions affect other people, and how that has a bigger effect on the whole world, because you do have an impact, and you have and can make a choice in this world, and it's the choices you make that affect things. So take ownership of your shit, basically. I'm hesitant to use the word toxic masculine, because that gets thrown around a lot, but the environment that I was in, toxic masculine. It was ego-driven, competitive. There was lots of negative to it. There was drinking, womanizing, gambling, like all this stuff which isn't good, but I was almost put on a pedestal because I could drink well and womanize, and I'd go out on the weekend and smash into things, and it's like that isn't healthy masculine. Success to me now is showing up in this world as my authentic self. If I can actually show up as a mature masculine man, it's not this like competitive, greedy, like ego-driven person. It's a compassionate, caring, strong leader. Success is showing up fully and being myself. I am connected to something, I swear. I can speak from experience, but also speak knowing the statistics of male suicide. And as soon as I see those statistics, and I'm a male and I know that, and I've been to places in my mind that are dark and horrible, and I've had all those issues and I can relate to it, go and find yourself, because we are nature. So you need to go to nature, and you need to slow down. I got told once that I would be having an interview during half-time in a game.
Yeah.
And I was so petrified of speaking in front of the camera. I was like, I had the worst game I played that year, probably.
Yeah.
And because we were losing, they ended up interviewing someone else on the other team.
Oh yeah.
And I came out in the second half and had a stormer because I didn't have to worry about the interview anymore.
Yeah.
Your idea, by the way. Oh, it's really shallow.